way in. Parts of Alberta could see up to 25 centimeters of snow on Sunday. My name's Michelle Nelson. Thanks for joining us this weekend. And it's not only in Alberta where we have seen the snow. Parts of the GTA and Ontario have picked up those flurries. Then Halloween. Of course, Halloween's coming up this Thursday, and we will take a look at your forecast. Quite gusty out there today. Wind warning has been issued. Peak wind gusts at 90 kilometers an hour. We are expecting those winds to die down later on into late afternoon and evening. They will start to die, but we're still holding on to those showers, heaviest amounts right off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay and through eastern Ontario. Where we're seeing stormier weather, it's further to the west, and that's where we are tracking a developing low that will bring very snowy conditions in Alberta. Colder air filters in this evening as we head through the overnight and through the day on Sunday. That cooler air will filter in, and that's where we are looking at the snow pushing in. In terms of just how much, as I mentioned earlier, up to 25 centimeters is possible. We are expecting the heaviest amounts closer to the foothills, right along the mountains, where we are looking at up to 25. Thank you so much for sending that in, Norma. Let's take a look at your forecast really right across the country this afternoon, further to the west, where we are seeing that cooler air. This will give you a better idea of just how cool it is going to get. High pressure does slide in, and for Monday, it will be very cool and crisp right across the prairie. Now, for the next few days, we will be taking a look back at Hurricane Sandy. Here's a preview. Mike Arsenault joins us outside our Oakville studios. And speaking of windy, Mike, it looks quite gusty out there. Yes, it is. Thanks so much for that, Mike. We are expecting to see some sunshine, but for today, as you can see, where Mike was standing, it is quite gloomy and still breezy out there. Winds will die down this evening, still up to 20 millimeters possible as we head throughout the day. And we do have a wind warning that has been issued by Environment Canada for peak wind gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour. That's for areas closer to Niagara, St. Catharines, also Dunnville and Simcoe. We are expecting those winds to start to ease through the overnight tonight. So starting to die down, the rain clearing as well. And for northern Ontario, the next system will make its way in. Now, my name's Michelle Nelson. Thanks for joining us this weekend as we take a look at your forecast and what you can expect to see. It is quite rainy out there today, but also windy. Not the best conditions, but if to do, that's at the International Center this weekend. It is quite gusty, as I mentioned, a wind warning that has been issued by Environment Canada for these areas highlighted in yellow. Peak wind gusts at about 90 kilometers an hour. Those will die throughout your evening and overnight hours. So we are looking at conditions starting to calm down. This evening, continuing to see the rain before it does slide out. Still isolated lake effect showers, possibly even some mixing coming off of Georgian Bay and Lake Huron. And Monday morning, it will be quite cool again. We're looking at conditions below seasonal. Those temperatures still on the cool side. Today, the rain continues. Heaviest amounts right off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, up to 20 millimeters possible. We've been seeing scenes like this week. Many waking up to it. Not the best driving conditions out there. So yes, not the best conditions out on the road for that. Let's look ahead for the next 7 days because temperatures will warm up by Thursday for Halloween, but it is looking wet. We're tracking a system to push in. So a rainy Halloween, 14 degrees. Still isolated showers in Guelph for your Sunday. And in Toronto, mainly sunny skies on Sunday. Still some cloud cover. Thursday, the rain pushes in. Here's Jacqueline Whittle with the science behind weather. Our active weather watch continues as we track a developing low pressure system that will bring very wintry conditions for you in Alberta, but also parts of Saskatchewan. I'm Michelle Nelson, joined by meteorologist Elena Lapple, where we are taking a closer look at this system and why we're seeing the snowy weather. And part of the reason is because of that colder air that's really going to filter in overnight right across the prairies. And for Sunday, it will be quite chilly, but also snowy.
Yes, that cold front will bring those temperatures down, and with the moisture moving in from BC, we are expecting precipitation to change over to snow, and we are expecting up to 20 centimeters, even more in areas higher up in the mountains in Alberta.
We are going to see that cooler air, but we're also looking at upsloping winds, and that's part of the reason why we're seeing higher amounts.
Exactly. Once the cold front is going to pass to the south, we are going to see the winds change over direction. They will be coming from the northeast and against the mountains, producing upslope flow, which helps develop more snow the higher up you go into the mountains.
And it's going to be quite gusty out there tomorrow on the roads. Blowing snow will be quite an issue, especially into your afternoon and evening hours in southwestern parts of Alberta.
Exactly, and the reason for those high winds is because we are seeing a very strong high pressure system coming in from the Arctic that has all this cold air in place. And when we are seeing such a temperature gradient and a pressure gradient between a high pressure system and a low pressure system, we are seeing those very high gusty winds.
More mild conditions pushing in as we head towards Thursday.
Exactly. Towards Thursday, we are expecting milder conditions to move into parts of Alberta, so hopefully all that snow is going to be gone by then. But also Ontario, we are expecting warmer conditions to move in, but that is actually due to a low pressure system.
Yes, we're tracking this low that will track in, so we're also looking at rainy conditions. For a look at your Halloween forecast, you can head to our website, theweathernetwork.com. Thanks so much for that, Nathan. Not the best night in the GTA for stargazing, but we are expecting things to clear up, and for tomorrow, some sunshine. But right now, it is quite rainy and windy as well. Mike Arsenault joins us outside our Oakville studios. How does it feel out there, Mike? Good advice. Thanks so much for that, Mike. We are still seeing some showers, and we're still expecting to see some as we head throughout your day. Heavier amounts in eastern Ontario, but maybe you're heading out to watch the game tonight. We are still looking at breezy conditions. The winds will die down later on this evening, and for tomorrow, a wind warning is in effect for areas highlighted in yellow. Peak wind gusts of up to 90 kilometers an hour. Those will continue to die down tomorrow, and as Mike mentioned, we will see more sunshine.